going to have a crack at de-rusting the inside of the flood victim tank. It's not bad, but there is light rust inside, maybe because the cap was closed. I'm not exactly sure. So what we're going to try, bucket of water, fuel tank, the power to the battery charger will be hooked to the tank, and the earth will have a probe into the water away from the tank. I can't think of the name, it escapes me at the moment of the process, but we'll see how I have a crack and see how it goes. So we have it hooked up, power onto the metal of the battery, onto the fuel tank, earth on the electric probe, just a small trickle charger showing it's connected, charging and fully charged. But we've got bubbles forming around the probe on the earth probe, so it's doing its thing. So only being light rust, might give it, we'll just give it 6 hours and then we'll turn the tank over and do the other end for the 6 and see what it comes up as. 3.5 hours into it. It's obviously working. It's even created its own flow under the water. Crazy, isn't it? It hasn't degreased it, so it's still got some fuel oil and that all sort of thing over it. But it's certainly taken the rust out of it. You can't really pick it up on the mirror, on the camera, but it's taken the light surface rust out of it. It certainly hasn't hurt it, and that's what's come out of the fuel tank. So it's certainly done it some good. So I'll be doing it to a couple of the other bigger ones. They're a lot worse condition. Leave it for longer. See what it does. So that was only, you'd say, 6 hours in the tank, so if you'd probably left it longer than that even again. So, but yeah, certainly recommend it. It didn't hurt the fuel tank, didn't hurt the paint, didn't damage anything, nothing bad about the badges. But yeah, you can sort of see in there now, that's, it must be the factory yellow, must be the factory undercoat they've put in it or something, but there's no rust in there. That's all pretty good. I'm happy. This has me intrigued now, so I'm going to see how well it works. Just going to use a dirty old piece of rusty metal, power hooked up to it, and I've actually just got one piece sitting in the water, so we'll just see. We won't be able to see exactly how well it works. We'll leave it in there for probably 12 hours, see what it comes up with. So instantly you can see the bubbles coming off the earth electrode. You can see that. And bubbles have formed on the rust already. But nothing's going on with the bit that doesn't have any power running through it at the minute. We'll just see if any power running through the water actually does anything at all. So we've swapped, we've put the earth on the big chunk of steel, put the power onto the electrode, because it was, we'll see what happens. So you can see down the bottom of the smaller length of steel, pool of rust on the bottom of the floor already. So yeah, obviously maybe you need the power going into the water and the earth on the metal. We'll see how that goes. So this is 24 hours later. Take the probes off, take the leads off. Even the one that had power running, no power running through it, I'll give it a wipe off. So that's the one that didn't even have any power running through it. So we get the one that had the power, or the earth running through it. Power on. That's the difference. It's taken all the rust off it. You hose it, clean water, you'd come up again better. I'll do that. So in the daylight, normal light, you see the difference. So the tank will be going back in again, and it'll have the earth on the tank this time. But certainly works. So brand new water. We put the power on the probe and the earth's on the fuel tank this time. We'll see how we go. So this is the end result of another 2 hours either end. Got a bit more stuff off it. You can see there, so wash her off and yeah, start prepping and getting ready to put some fuel back in her. But I'll do it again. It's worked well. It's cleaned a lot of stuff off it. So just an idea.